All right, here's your quick in-season training template. So assuming you're playing a game on, say, Friday or Saturday, this is something you could do during the week. So here's a quick primer for you. In-season training 101. Usually about 2 to 3 days per week, depending on their availability, the game and practice schedule. I usually shoot for twice a week. Total body emphasis and design. Why? I think it's easier to recover from because you're not doing so much volume on any one body area. So it's easier to recover from, and that'll keep soreness down. It also is more flexible if things come up and lifts have to get canceled or they have to miss a session. At least you've checked all your boxes with total body. Lower, upper, you have a greater chance of missing a training session and missing that training, so we don't want that. You could go lower, upper, there's nothing wrong with that, but I prefer total body for that reason. Lower overall volume, about 6 to 8 total exercises like I normally talk about. 15 to 20 total sets. Yes, this does include your warm-up sets. It does not need to be nearly as much as you think it does. This is enough volume to retain that lean mass, strength, and power. More is just not necessary. This is plenty. We'll take a look at an example in a little bit, but it seems like it's not a lot. I assure you it's plenty. All right. Keep your intensity on your main lifts moderate to high for lower overall volume, and this ties back into our 15 to 20 total sets and also our amount of days per week. So what's really going to fatigue them, it's not the heavy, it's the amount. It's the volume what's going to make them sore and tired and fatigued. So as long as our overall volume in training is low, you want to keep the intensity moderately high to retain that maximal strength and force output and power. So by that, I mean about 70 to 90% of the 1 rep max or estimate for about 1 to 3 total reps per set. Or if you're working with beginners, somewhere in that like 4 to 6 rep range with a medium-ish weight. That will put you in the same realm, all right? And the one thing I didn't add here, we look for about 48 hours rest between our last lift and game day. You can train the day before a game, and you can even train on game day before the game if you adjust accordingly, but that's a video for another time. So 48 hours rest at least is about that rough estimate idea there. So if you're playing on Friday or Saturday, ideally lifting, say, Monday, Wednesday, or Monday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Thursday rather, Monday to Thursday would be ideal in that case. So here's an example. You could really run the same percentages and sets and reps for both days. So here's a total body. Trap bar deadlift, 2 sets of 3 at 80%, just enough to touch on that strength stimulus. Box jumps, 3 sets of 3, lower volume, high output. Dumbbell push press to get a little upper body strength and power there. Some more upper body work with chin-ups. Dumbbell RDLs, notice only 2 sets, keep the overall volume down. I do see the trap bar as an anterior movement, so this would be a posterior movement. You could easily replace this with front or back squats as well, and then some direct core exercise for lower volume. If you look at day 2, it's really the same template, and you could run the same sets and reps and percentage over here. So if we look at it, including, say, warm-up sets for the trap bar and bench press, we're looking at about 15 to 18 total sets per day. So that's what that looks like. It doesn't seem like a lot, but I promise you this is plenty. I've had teams make late national playoffs, even close to championship level runs, deep into the in-season running this type of template. It works. You don't need more. So there's your in-season training in a nutshell.